In the year 2015, Earth was attacked by a mysterious group of extraterrestrials who called themselves Overseers and wished to dominate the planet by eradicating or enslaving all of humanity. At first, humanity was able to fight against these creatures by utilizing whatever technology and weaponry they had with them, but as time passed on, things grew more difficult to the point where it became clear that not even missiles nor bombs could permanently stave off the invasion forever. Some countries end up being destroyed after foolishly believing that they could exploit the invasion for their own self-benefit, or by assuming that their forces alone could help save the human race. Unfortunately, the Overseers proved to be far more powerful than they ever imagined, and thus, many countries, islands, and even provinces were wiped off from the face of the earth. The Overseers had the mysterious ability to terraform the Earth by manipulating its ecosystems and climates, thus causing a drastic change to both the land, seas, and skies. The oceans and seas ended up drowning countries by rising to unfathomable heights. Meanwhile, volcanoes, storms, earthquakes, and other natural disasters were also killing off many humans, animals, and even plant species in the process. Thanks to the Overseers, about 50% of humanity remained, with other life forms barely surviving as a result of the ensuing attacks. Realizing that the only other option was to band together in this time of crisis, humanity began to counterattack with fierce determination and strength. Using the remains of the first Overseers who invaded the planet in the past, the humans were able to create powerful fighting machines dubbed Celestials due to their otherworldly and extraterrestrial origins. These Celestials proved to be incredibly potent in fending off some of the stronger Overseers, though the humans understood that it would not last long. A special organization was formed by what remained of the government, military, and engineers that survived the initial onslaught of Overseers and called themselves the Overseer Counterattack Organization, or OCO for short. The group became the main leading party for the remaining survivors, and they were determined to put an end to the war with the Overseers once and for all. The main leader of the group, Dr. Terrence Seymour, who also served as the brains behind the construction and development of the Celestial Fighters, was seen as the face of the organization and had a secret weapon that he believed would be the key to saving all of humanity, namely, his daughter, Asteria Seymour. A long time ago, the god Sangnim created the realm that would become known as Kayarak. In the process, he created humans to help rule over Kayarak and create a beautiful civilization that would prosper for all eternity. In order to help guide humanity in the early stages of their existence, he created 108 divine spirits who would be called the Stars of Destiny to serve under him as his main followers and helpers. Unfortunately, out of the 108 Stars of Destiny, 72 of them decide to rebel against their creator by corrupting the humans and encouraging them to give in to their selfish desires. These corrupted spirits would later be known as the 72 Earthly Fiends, and they would end up waging war against Sangnim. Fortunately, there were still 36 spirits who chose to stay by Sangnim's side and were called the 36 Heavenly Spirits as a result of their loyalty and righteousness. They, along with Sangnim, ended up sealing away the earthly fiends inside a large boulder that was to never be broken lest they continue their rampage across Kayarak. As time passed on, people began to forget about the earthly fiends due to living in a time of peace and prosperity. Unfortunately, the earthly fiends were still able to spread their corruptive influence throughout some of the humans thanks to their spiritual essence growing and growing to the point of leaking out of the boulder. Eventually, after 108 years had passed, the earthly fiends unfortunately managed to break out of the seal thanks to the amount of sin and vice that grew from the current generation of humans. Not only did the sin and vice of humanity weaken the resolve of the 36 heavenly spirits, they also empowered the earthly fiends to the point of becoming stronger than ever. The moment they broke out, the earthly fiends proceeded to severely weaken the heavenly spirits before sealing them away and divide their power amongst themselves so no one would be able to free them. Seeing that the humans remained blissfully ignorant of the current situation and had no idea what was coming, the earthly fiends were able to catch them off guard while also regaining their status as the most powerful overlords in all of Kayarak. The humans, who mostly forgot their origins and past history, had no idea what to make of this new threat and proceeded to call them the Abominari. By the time Kairak was taken over by the Abominari, most of the people had either lost hope or resigned themselves to their fate. Some even betrayed their loved ones or sacrificed their morality in an attempt at protecting themselves at all costs. Those who did not give in to their selfish desires chose to fight against the Abominari, but in the end, it appeared as though their attempts at resistance were rendered useless and futile. All was not lost, however, as a prophecy was foretold right before the Abominari were unleashed upon Kairak. A savior would rise up from the destruction and chaos that the earthly fiends had brought upon the world and rescue humanity from total annihilation and damnation. He would help free the heavenly spirits from their prisons and defeat the earthly fiends in every way. The savior, in turn, would be known as the Child of Destiny and was to lead the ones who chose to be good and stay good against the remaining forces of evil in order to bring about an eternal golden age once and for all.